practitioner, especially if you work with your hands, you're in a brick and mortar, maybe you're teaching yoga classes all around town, and your schedule feels really busy, but you're not making the revenue that you want to make. You feel exhausted, tired, burned out. Then here's the story that, hi Betty, can you just request to join and I'll let you in. So my client Betty, there we go, perfect. My client Betty is here. Experiences like to go from being exhausted to, Betty, can you hear me or see me? There we are. Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, see, Lindsay's here, Jerry's here, a bunch of people are here. So
Great.
Tell everyone a little bit about what you do and how you help people, just so they have some
Sure.
orientation.
So I'm a physical therapist and a clinical somatic educator, movement educator. And I started with you, gosh, I was trying to think about it today. This is probably 2 years ago. I think this is my fourth round, or maybe third.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I found you on a podcast. I believe it was Amy Porterfield, possibly.
Yes.
And there's something about the way you were talking that really resonated with me, because I was a business owner that was just really burnt out because I was seeing one-on-one clients, sort of just, like 6 to 8 a day. And I'm a pretty manual hands-on therapist. So that was a lot. And I just wasn't sure how to scale it. So, and I was very tech challenged. So that I can get on here is like testament to you, because I couldn't attach an attachment to an email when I first started working with you. So, I came to you.
But now you're an AI.
Now I'm like completely obsessed with AI. Yes. So, just basically from the get-go, you helped me strategize. The biggest piece, honestly, in the beginning was just to set up my business. So I just didn't have like the scheduling, the paperwork, the forms for people to sign, even how to like market myself. So we started from bare bones. Yeah. And I got to say, I was talking to my spouse the other day, and I'm making definitely more than I made before I started with you, but I'm working half the amount of time. Yeah, so that's the big huge thing. It's not even just the income, but it's really a half of the hours that I used to work for the same amount of money or more. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And plus you brought in a whole new system and a whole new way of helping people through online. So, tell us a little bit about like feeling like tech was a big obstacle and hurdle to now like running your own online programs. Tell them.
I mean, if you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would have never believed you, because I'm not lying when I say I did not know how to share a screen. Like you, the first 6 months, you were like, okay, Betty, just push that button. And so I went from not knowing how to do that to I'm running recording on Zoom, doing different programs, back programs online. I now can record them and, hyperlink and send them out. I mean, words I didn't even know existed. So, and you're endlessly patient. That's the thing I'm always, I found remarkable, is that you kind of met me where I was, because I'm sure you have a lot of people, I remember being in computer class and saying, why would I ever need to know this, Lord?
Yeah,
I need to know
comment it. Below if you're a manual therapist, and you're used to working with your hands or with people, and you feel tech overwhelmed. Comment below. I'm sure there's a bunch.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And for me to be able to do the things I'm able to do now online, and make recordings, sell them, post them, put them up on my website. I actually now can change pages on my website. I mean, I didn't even know what my website was on to begin with. You were like, what's your platform? I'm like, I have no idea. Somebody helped me way back when. I don't even know how to log in. So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. So we've literally shared screens, and Betty does one-to-one, but she's also part of the 100K online
Mm-hmm.
group community. So, it's possible to share screens. I can help tech there as well, which I do a lot on our Instagram calls. Tell us a little bit about the community and how you feel about the community.
I really love that piece of it because, even if you just sit back and you don't feel like, getting on the camera and sharing what your battles are for that week, you can sit back and listen, and you can apply a lot of other people's, because we're all in a similar space, the healthcare
Mm-hmm.
space. So I can watch how you help someone else problem solve. And another thing, we talked about this today on our one-on-one session, was I had questions about how other people were like configuring their programs, and,
Mm-hmm.
they bring up things I hadn't thought about. And so I'm able
Mm-hmm.
to brainstorm with you to see if it's something that would be good in my
Mm-hmm.
business.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that piece. And also what you end up doing too is you find people in the community that you really get along well with. And there's two
Mm-hmm.
other women in your program that I meet
Mm,
with about once a week, and we're
I
on
love
our
that.
own little text group. And, if we need someone to proof something, or it's just like a great resource, these people that
Mm-hmm.
you sort of become close with. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
it's huge. It's everything. I know I'm in
Yeah.
my own masterminds, and I have met so many amazing connections that,
Hmm.
that some of them I've met years ago in a mastermind, and we're still
Yeah.
friends to this day.
And I've said this before to you, but I have noticed one point about coaching is a lot of people, even all the podcasts I listen to, and people that are much bigger than either both of us,
Mm-hmm.
they all have coaches. They
Mm-hmm.
all have people. You can't do it alone. You need somebody
Mm-hmm.
to sort of go back and forth with. So that's
Yeah.
something I never even thought of. I sort of felt like
Mm.
I was treading water all the time, but and I live on an island, and, in the middle
Mm-hmm.
of the ocean. So it's
Yeah.
not like I have a lot of people that I can draw from. So
Mm-hmm.
to have somebody I know that you're only want me to succeed. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a great resource.
Yeah. And I love how, you're mentioning like or let's come back to the tech piece, because Lindsay commented here how long it takes her to create content. So we can talk about that process for you, because you've been gaining followers. You get people
Hmm.
that join your programs and work with you through online. So how has that process been for
Well,
you?
this is what's funny, and this is a running joke my husband and I have, in that you would tell me to do these things, and I was so reluctant. I'd be like, sure, Allison, I'll get right on that. And every time I do what you say, I get more followers and I make more money. And and I'm like, my husband's one day was like, so why don't you just listen to her every time she talks? I'm like, I don't know. But it's so uncomfortable for me. And I don't know if it's a generational thing, but to be seen
Oh
online
no, so
is
common.
so scary. And I don't,
Yeah, comment
and
below if you agree.
yeah. And a couple times you and I have met, and it was just nervous system regulation you did with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just seeing,
Mm-hmm.
like, why do you feel that way, Betty? Why can't you be seen? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it helped me kind of unpack a couple things that I didn't really need, didn't even realize it had anything to do with my
Yeah.
business. But it's funny. This weekend, I have a girlfriend that owns like 4 PT practices, and she comes down and visits quite often. And I've been helping her like set
Ooh.
up her Instagram and how to do
Okay.
reels. And it's
Yes.
so funny now that I'm working with her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know more than I think I know. I mean,
Yes.
I
You
still
come
have got a lot to
so
learn, but
far. We are.
yeah, but it's been great that you have kind of
Mm-hmm.
walked me through it. And it is true, just do it. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing that you're really good about is it does not have to be perfect, just
Mm-hmm.
do it. Like, to be
Mm-hmm.
imperfect and just put it out in the world. You always said to me, I remember one time I didn't want to post a video because I was like, oh, all the age spots on my legs. Oh my God, I can't do it. And you were like, Betty, lots of people have those. So why don't you just post it? It makes you more relatable. And I'm like, well, I'm really relatable right now. So I put it out there and everyone loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. It's
Yes.
just the little things that you're so hypercritical of yourself, but people
Yes.
appreciate when you're authentic. And that's what
Yes.
I've definitely learned that from you.
Yeah. I love that. And you have the ability to say, okay, I'm going to do a workshop. I'm going to teach a workshop on the SI or the shoulder or a
Yeah.
series, and you sell them out and you fill your programs. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, it was hard at first to sell myself
Mm-hmm.
because I would put something out into the world and then I would just be so nervous that I wasn't going to get enough people. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing I did a lot of is I would collaborate with a lot of people, which is great to one
Mm-hmm.
point. But finally you said to me, like, Betty, why are you depending so much on other people? Like, you could
Mm-hmm.
feel this yourself. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't know if I could. And
Mm-hmm.
then I did. And then
You
it
did.
just gave me more confidence the more I did
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But you've taught me, you have a really great structure in the 100,000, wait,
100K.
100K blueprint,
Uh-huh.
about how to do a workshop, how to
Mm-hmm.
market it, how,
Mm-hmm.
like the steps. So if,
Yeah.
even if like we don't cover a piece that I'm on during
Mm-hmm.
the weekly call, I can go to the portal and I can watch the video and be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm missing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. I love that. Is there anything that you would like anyone to know if they're like on the fence of joining or thinking about that they should know?
You know what's interesting to me is that I don't know if this is just more of a women, we don't feel like we should spend money on ourselves. And so we
Mm-hmm.
think that we should just like knuckle through that, like just like we've got this, we don't need help. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's true. I think that
Mm-hmm.
if you're in a supportive community with other women business owners, they can help guide you. And it's okay to spend money on yourself if it's going to
Mm-hmm.
make you more confident and being able to kind of, take off those training wheels and start moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen a ripple effect in that confidence for your personal life?
I have. Well, when I first started meeting you, it was so funny. I have a very large fear of public speaking and,
Mm-hmm.
actually had to take beta blockers when I first started because I couldn't get up in
I
front of a
remember
room.
that.
And
Yes.
then one day I told you I forgot to take them and I just kept going. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my God, I don't need them anymore because I've had so many reps. Like
Mm-hmm.
you kept saying, it's fine if it's not perfect, just keep going. And so the more I did it, the more confident I got.
Yeah.
So I realized like, oh, wait, I can public speak. I can, it's not that it doesn't make me anxious, but yeah, I definitely feel more confident.
Yeah, and you can do that. And I think that's so validating for people to hear because it is a big fear for a lot of
Yeah.
people. And it
Hmm.
shows you that you can still be successful even with the fear. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just got
Hmm.
to get there and do it and have the support to help guide you along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
this. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like people to know?
Well, I just feel like there's more resources than you think there are
Mm.
because you
Hmm.
have the Instagram. Like if you
Hmm.
work with you one on one, you actually you get to participate in the Instagram. What I
Clinic.
don't know which
Yeah, yeah,
clinic,
yeah.
yes,
Yep, the
to
100K
learn more
people get
about
that.
in
Yep.
depth. And I mean, honestly, I
Hmm.
didn't know. Like I would post pictures of my kids on my personal account, but I didn't have a business like a page, or I didn't have
Hmm.
links, or I mean, now it's like Linktree, ManyChat, all these things I didn't
Lots
even
of
know
things.
existed.
Uh-huh.
So I'm able to set those up by myself now, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
shocking to me, and
yeah.
funnels and all these things. But oh, started rambling there. But anyway, yes, a lot of resources, Instagram, and also you have the portal, and then you just have the community, which is great.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it can feel all this terminology. Like I remember another one of the my clients that's in the 100K blueprint. She was like, it's like learning a new terminology,
Hmm.
like a new language coming in. But you just take it step by step and you get through it. And now she just sold out her first launch. So.
Well, it's also like when you
Mhm.
get into these group settings where we're all talking and stuff, and there'll be a new person and they'll ask a question, and I love that because I think to myself, God, a year and a half ago, I had no idea what she was talking about. You know what I mean? But now, like, it is like you can see where you're headed, like,
Progression.
because you have
Hmm.
lots of different levels of people in your group, which is
Hmm.
nice,
Hmm.
and other people that have been in longer are more available to mentor. So that's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I see big multiple six figures coming up for you for sure. You have
Yeah,
all the
hopefully.
potential in the world. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience and
Yeah,
story.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Does anyone live here have any questions for Betty before we hop off? I see uh, Tiffness, Jewel Spring, Kristen, Lindsay. Any questions from anyone? Jules, Stroji, we're here live. If not, if you're watching this on the replay and have a question, you can tag Betty or I. Oh yeah, good. Where can they follow you, Betty?
My Instagram handle is Surfside Somatics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that's the
yeah,
name of my website as well,
yeah.
surfsidesomatics.com.
And she's
Yeah.
a wonderful practitioner, and she works online and in
Yes,
person,
and in
so can
person. Yes.
help you in many ways.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lindsay, this whole process will totally work for digital products. It's
Hmm.
just considered a lower ticket. Betty actually has some lower ticket audios she has on her site and sells. So this is a repeatable process for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Somatics is huge. It's I love Somatics myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan too.
Yeah. 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 And she's the expert. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
And
you're welcome. Anytime.
yeah, if you're watching this on the replay, just tag Betty, Surfside Somatics, or I, and we'll get back to you with any answers to questions. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, very cool. Getting trained in power
Yeah.
yoga. Love that. Love
Awesome.
that. Very
Thank you,
cool.
Allison, for all your
Thank you,
help.
Betty. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.